My family came at you fast at age 14. Oh my God.
Were you nervous? Like 14 with the...
Not because my mom asked.
Yeah.
My mom asked for my kid, yeah.
She
my
wanted you
dad
to...
had just got murdered that year. The same year I blew up.
Oh my God.
So I went on to, we was that year. The same year I blew up.
Oh my God.
So I went on, got murdered that year because my mom asked.
Yeah.
My mom asked for my kid, yeah. My dad had just got murdered that year. The same year I blew up.
Now, I had tuned into this podcast yesterday with Lil Wayne, and once I heard him make this statement, red flags automatically popped up into my mind. I said, wow, I didn't even know this. And it looks as if this just continuously happens with some of the biggest artists of our generation. Every single time they just blow up, one of their closest family members end up passing away. Why is that? It happened with DaBaby. His coming out year, the year that he blew up in 2019, his dad passed away. Happened with Megan Thee Stallion in 2019, the same exact year that she blew up. Her mom passed away. She ended up making a record deal with Roc Nation that's owned by Jay-Z and Beyonce. This is something that continuously happens, and it looks as if it's been happening since Lil Wayne. Now, we need to dive deeper into Lil Wayne's mentor because he was taken at a very young age of 11 years old. He ended up blowing up at 14, as he just explained, and his dad passed away that same exact year. Now, when things like this happen, it's known to be a sacrifice. This is what Kanye West has stated multiple times in multiple different videos. Now, who's the one sacrificing them? It can either be the artist, which most of the time it's not, but it's the people around the artist. It could be a record label, a warlock that actually works for the artist, because now we're entering a spiritual aspect that happens for people to actually receive the fame and attention that they desire. Usually when you want something from a spiritual entity, you need to make a significant sacrifice. But look at this. Look at this clip that I know most of y'all have not seen of Lil Wayne and Birdman.
I ain't tripping. I put all this in my mouth for a reason. I got 100 plus. I got 15 carats. You understand? You won't see them. They big and they swole.
So when you kiss, I gotta ask, ladies. I got y'all up here. So when you kiss a girl, right?
Hey, I'm the only person he kissed.
I got y'all up here. So when you kiss a girl, right?
Hey, I'm the only person he kissed.
That's
how I roll. That's nobody else, man. We roll like that.
Okay, now.
Ain't no freak.
Okay,
we just roll like that. That's my son.
Now this clip right here really shows the dynamic between Birdman and Lil Wayne starting from a very young age. Birdman was there to groom him. Birdman was there to manipulate and mold Lil Wayne into exactly what Birdman wanted him to be. And obviously it wasn't just about the music and him getting to, a very known state of being when it comes to the mainstream entertainment industry and music industry. No, it wasn't just that. He wanted Lil Wayne to be submissive in every single way possible, and obviously in a more physical and intimate way because they're kissing on BET. Lil Wayne and Birdman. So now, understanding that dynamic, understanding the mentorship that Lil Wayne was under, we know that Birdman was willing to go very, very far to get what he wanted, disregarding any moral compass. That's very important to keep in mind.
Right, and I should listen to you. And it just came off almost, it comes off almost as if he takes these artists, he squeezes every bit of juice that he can get out of them, and then he tosses them to the side. When he's done with them, they're no longer relevant, no longer popping, and he don't have a need for them anymore, instead of actually investing in them like a true business and making it a reciprocal relationship. But when you look at Birdman's career, he's had too many people that's dropped around him like flies. And the third reason is because I believe that Birdman, I think it's open information that he is, public information that he's a blood gang member, and I think it's open.
I mean, usually, like, just deciphering his tattoos, usually the teardrops represent a body
on him like flies. And the third reason is because I believe that Birdman, I think it's open information that he is public information that he's a blood gang member, but I also believe that he is a Freemason. And I believe that he's an occultist and he participates in satanic rituals, heavily following Aleister Crowley. Because in Aleister Crowley's religion Thelema, something that they talk.
Recognize this star that's on the front of Aleister Crowley's book. That book itself is diving deep into satanic rituals that people are able to do, sex magic, rituals for fame and getting what you truly desire, all worshiping Satan.
Aleister Crowley, because in Aleister Crowley's religion Thelema, something that they talked about is doing some very evil things to children, because children are innocent and adults can really benefit from doing certain things to them that I can't talk about on YouTube. I also believe that Birdman is a Freemason, not just because of his affiliations, but I think it's very evident when you look at a lot of his videos and a lot of the symbolism, and not only his videos, but his artist videos like Drake, Nicki Minaj, and especially Lil Wayne, which I have to do a video on Lil Wayne, but I'll add that to the other 50 videos that I'm trying to get to. Not to mention that Birdman literally has a pentagram on the top of his head. Another very odd thing that isn't really talked.
It's almost as if it's a portal on the top of his head.
Talked about enough when it comes to Birdman is the amount of artists that he signed that's actually passed away. I mean, Birdman has had a lot of artists died on his label. From Young Greatness, Magnolia Shorty, Sporty T, BTY Youngin, and Yellow Boy. And just real quick, let's just spend a little bit of time real quick talking.
Now, that's not normal, but it has become more normal in the music industry. So many people once they get signed to these labels, are passing away. That's not just a coincidence. There's no way in the world that's just a coincidence. To have 4 people on your label pass away like that at a young age. Now, Lil Wayne's dad passing away the same exact year that he's blowing up no longer seems like a coincidence. It's looking like Birdman was aware of the sacrifice that needed to be made on Lil Wayne's behalf to reach his level of fame. And yes, of course, Birdman is getting a large cut from it, if not the largest cut from Lil Wayne's fame. You gotta think about it. He's signing this deal at 14 years old. Birdman's probably taking like 80% of everything. You get what I'm saying? He's just using Lil Wayne as a puppet, as a face, as a vessel to attract this money. And then you also have to keep in mind what was mentioned about the rituals when you do it to younger children, how that's how you gain more power in the darker spiritual realm. Now let's go into DaBaby. Similar instance. His dad passed away the same exact year he blew up, right after his debut album, like a week after.
When my debut project dropped, you know what I'm saying, when I signed with Interscope, my debut project dropped, my father passed like maybe a week after. You get what I'm saying? So I had that going on the whole year 2019 while I'm the biggest, hottest new thing. The following year, my brother committed suicide. You get what I'm saying? So it's the year after that, all the bullshit, the cancel culture shit, it hasn't been, you know, one year of
joy.
Me happy. Thank you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then them years after that, them 4 years is the 4 years that I haven't done nothing. You get what I'm saying? So that was necessary. You know what I mean?
In the 4 years
needed.
that you weren't doing it, did you heal? Was there
1,000%,
joy?
1,000%.
Were you cooking all the time?
I've been cooking the whole time.
The whole time.
Yeah, I had more time to cook,
Yeah.
but I've been cooking the whole time. I ain't never stopped cooking, but it's like, you know, more than anything, just, you know, spending time with the kids and just, you know, figuring out how I want to approach whatever I do. Because when I do something, I do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I ain't never stopped. I come in and demonstrate.
Now, is that just another coincidence? Or is that a price paid for fame? Let's find out. I have this music video that DaBaby had made about 2 years ago. And it's depicting him on the cross as if he's Jesus Christ. Now you would think, why would any human being be on a cross as if it's Jesus Christ in a music video? It's not as if it's the movie like Passion of Christ where it's an actual depiction and storyline of Jesus Christ getting crucified. No. This is more of the baby trying to represent himself as Jesus Christ in just a twisted, perverted way. Just in a perverse way, because we all know the baby isn't Jesus Christ. But what is the devil going to try to do? First off, try to convince you that you are God. The devil loves doing that. And that's exactly what's going on right here. So now when it comes to the baby's life and the music industry, everything is showing us right now that he's let in these powers to take control of him as a puppet. That's exactly what I'm seeing in this picture right here. Now, we also have Megan Thee Stallion, which is quite interesting too, because in the same instance, the same exact year that she signed to Roc Nation is the same exact year that her mom happened to pass away. Which was also a big, blow up year for Megan Thee Stallion, which was, why does that keep, my fault, y'all, which was 2019. The year after that, she had one of her biggest hits ever, which was WAP with Cardi B. Is it just a coincidence? Let's find out.
Sorry for your loss, because I can't, I still, knock on wood, thank God, have my mother. And, that's, there's no, I don't think you ever get over that. And it seems that you've persevered through that and a lot of other things.
I definitely still go through it every day, but I know how to keep going, because my mama would have wanted me to keep going. Like, she would be like, Megan, get your ass up. Like, she was definitely hard on me, and I just have her in the back of my head every day when I'm going through whatever the fuck I'm going through. She'll make something that I think is so big seem so little, and it's like, okay, maybe I am tripping. So I always try to keep my mama in the back of my head.
Do you think she would be telling you right now, if she was here, Megan, it's not a big deal to give Felly Fel a line?
She would say, fuck that,
album?
you ain't doing that shit. Stand on that shit, Megan. So that's why we gotta stand on it.
Fair enough.
So now, rest in peace to all the parents that have been dying. In the midst of their sons or daughters blowing up in the music industry. But the music industry is becoming more evident that it's ran by complete demons. It's ran by greed. It's ran by an obsessive desire for fame. It's ran by fear. It's ran by destruction. It's ran by lust. It's ran by every deadly sin you could possibly think about. That's what this music industry, the hip-hop industry, is currently ran by. And if we think of the source of all of these deadly sins, it leads back to Satan. It leads back to the devil. And that's just the fact. That's the fact of the matter. It does not lead to life. It leads to destruction. And that's what we're seeing happening when these artists are blowing up. Because they're becoming the main face, the main puppet to push that specific agenda of destruction, greed, lust. And they're paying a price that comes with it. Now, and if there was an artist that did get this type of fame, that did become a puppet, that did pay the price, and no longer needed the music industry to make their money, that would be one of the perfect concoctions for an artist to actually speak the truth about the sacrifices that happen within the industry. The reason being is because they no longer need the industry to eat. They no longer need the industry for their money. And that's exactly what we've seen happen with Kanye West. He had a huge deal with Adidas. He started making his Yeezy sneakers. He started making money outside of the music industry. The grip of the devil started loosening on him because he no longer needed to feed into that lust or push that to make his money. And that's what we see happen in this clip right here. And this is exactly when he started to speak out, talking about how his mom was sacrificed, how a lot of people are controlled. They can't speak out and say what they want to say. And then in the midst of him exposing the darkness within the industry, now his Adidas deals start getting attacked. Now all his sources of money start getting attacked because he starts speaking truth. Recognize this.
They try to suppress you, but that's how they try to categorize.
They can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me. You see, it ain't no name I won't name.
Exactly.
It's up.
Not you.
You know what I'm saying? And just for Minister Farrakhan, I love you, but the way you read that, I took that as a slight. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking no disrespect from nobody. So let's get on the phone and let's talk that out. I don't care who you are. I ain't taking no slice from nobody, right? I ain't taking no slice from nobody. It's God. That's the only person that I serve. My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed.
Me too.
You understand?
Yeah, I'm appreciative.
Michael Jordan, what about him? His daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son, right? Dr. Dre, his son. You know, out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize. And God loved me. You understand? They hit me. Gap, Adidas, all that away. Still, Forbes, who hate me, right, had the right net worth 400 million. Jesus is king. God loved me.
That's more important than thinking in life.
That's the thing. One of these days.
There was a lot said in just that 2-minute clip. First off, he said they traumatize and monetize. Traumatize and monetize. Think back to Lil Wayne and Birdman. Lil Wayne was 11, 14 years old. If they are kissing on camera, on BET, only think about what they're doing behind closed doors. Kind of reminds me of what Puff Daddy would do, or what Puff Daddy allegedly does to young people that he mentored, like Justin Bieber, like Usher, like Meek Mill. It could just go on and go on. We can't just act like there isn't truth to what he's saying right here. Because we've had a good amount of evidence to show us, like, yo, there's some truth to it. You get what I'm saying? Like, it hasn't been as if we haven't seen a video of Puffy calling Meek Mill daddy as Meek Mill is soaking up in his pool after, you know what I'm saying? We're not gonna act like we didn't see the video of Justin Bieber looking very, very uncomfortable after spending 48 hours with Puffy. We're not gonna act like that. And we're definitely not gonna act like we didn't just see the video of Birdman, a grown-ass man, kissing young Lil Wayne on the lips on BET. Now, whatever Birdman was doing to him, it was definitely traumatic experiences. And I'm not doing that to, I'm not making this video to, like, you know, bash the traumatic experience. I'm showing y'all what's really going on. Because Kanye West actually makes a very strong statement. He mentions how Jesus is king. He's king of the spiritual realm. It comes to a point where we have to recognize that these artists, these warlocks, these witches, they pray to other gods. They serve other gods. They make literal sacrifices to other gods. Our God needed a sacrifice. We can't forget the fact that the creator of this universe also demanded sacrifices. All throughout the Old Testament, this is exactly why when people wanted to go to God for something, the Jews went to God for something, they sacrificed the lamb. They sacrificed different animals for the cleansing of their sins. But that's why when Jesus came and he was sacrificed on the cross, He said it is finished. There no longer needs to be another blood sacrifice because his sacrifice was an eternal sacrifice, was an eternal spiritual sacrifice. It's done. But if you're serving another God, or if you're serving another entity as God, I don't even want to call it another God. If you're serving another entity as God, it's always going to keep on demanding. And this is why we see these sacrifices happening. Hey family, comment your thoughts down below. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Peace. Love y'all.